tutorial. Bria is going to be performing my birthday makeup. This look is basically called the wild style look because I'm going to be exotic tonight. I'm 25 and that means I'm wild. Is this recording for me?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I edited it out.
Okay guys, so like she said, this is a tutorial for Kiki's birthday makeup, and of course I started off with her eyebrows. Eyebrows are, like I always say, one of the most important parts of doing a face. It is going to set the tone for the rest of your face, and like I always like to say, your eyebrows are sisters, not twins, but get them as close as you can. But just know that it's not going to be perfect by any means. It never is. You will always find a flaw in your eyebrows. So what I've been doing is I'm not really too concerned with how sharp the lines are on the top. I'm really more concerned about the sharp lines at the bottom. And I kind of make the concealer go all the way over so you can have like this unibrow effect. And then I pull all that concealer down to cover the entire eye. This helps with hyperpigmentation. So if your eyes are darker, which most people's eyes are darker, it hides all of that. It's in a quick, easy step. I did not prime the eyes or anything like that. I just used the concealer. So then I'm doing the top, and I did not take the concealer all the way to the ends or the middle of the forehead where the eyebrows stop. I kind of just fanned it over, so that way we'll have a nice transition. And like I said, the only harsh lines you will see for the eyebrow is under the eyebrow. Taking my concealer brush to kind of like buff out all those edges. And make sure everything is just sitting nicely on the skin. So I do want to go ahead and apologize for all my belly, all my breasts that you see. You probably will be seeing some turning up on the birthday girls in here. We're on our worst behavior tonight, guys. So yeah, forgive us. Anywho, so I'm going in with the concealer. This concealer is really light, and that is because we are doing cut crease, and the cut crease is going to be nude-ish. So I went ahead with the lightest color, not the lightest, but a really light color on her eyes, something totally different from her skin. She has this beautiful brown skin, and I went with this really fair skin color on her eye, just so I can put my colors on there and they're going to pop more. The lighter your concealer is on your eye, the more vibrant your colors are going to turn out on your eyes, especially for a dark skinned girl. So you just want to make sure that you do that. I did not set this either. So I kind of put it on there, and then I went with this brown red brick color. And of course that's Juvia's Place. You can get that at Ulta, but it's better to get it online. I don't know why anybody will get it from Ulta. To be honest, I feel like you don't get the discounts there, but I could be wrong. So what I did was I started closer to the eyebrow with those colors, and I'm kind of just fanning it out. I just want to make sure it all transitions seamlessly. And then I went ahead to put the tape down because I didn't want to bother with trying to make it sharp after I got done. We were pressed for time, as we are every birthday, and I was taking my time doing this. It took me about an hour and 10 minutes to complete her look. And again, she was talking the whole time, so we'll take that in consideration as well. So you see here where the brick color is kind of like popping, and I'm just going in and defining that crease more, taking more of those brick red colors with a little bit of brown in it to kind of deepen the crease. I went ahead and got black, and I put that straight in her crease, and then I'm going to fan it out. So like I said, so it can transition a little better. So really, you just want to blend until, you know, the cows come home. But I took a little more black, and I put more black on the ends because that's what it's going to be on the ends. It's just a black color. Now you take it and you put a little bit of that same light concealer on her eye, because like I said, it's going to be nude, and have her open her eye to see where her eye naturally creases. You don't want to make your own crease. You kind of want to go with how the face is already made, because who's better than God to say where the cut crease is supposed to go? So let her eyes just tell you where the cut crease is supposed to start, and then you follow it out with the rest of your concealer brush here. These aren't necessarily going to be perfect either. Your cut crease could be sisters and not twins. You want them to look as close as possible, but you have to realize that your face is not perfectly symmetrical. So you have to take that into account. Just for people who sit in a mirror that's perfectionist, that's trying to do it for like 10 years. You guys, it's not going to be super duper uber perfect. But you can get it close, but just know that it's not going to be perfect. So after you do that, you want to pat down the concealer. You don't want it to be bulky. You don't want it to be too cakey. You want it to let it set. Let it kind of dry on the eyes. And once you have that dry, you can take a brush. I took this broken little brush I had here. And you can basically set the concealer with a nude shade of eyeshadow. Or if you want to use your banana powder, you can do something like that as well. But I chose to use a nude color to set the eyes. So then after I set the eyes and I realized that my concealer was not cakey, I realized that the whole eye was set by the nude concealer and the nude eyeshadow, I went ahead and got a sparkly nude just so her eyes can pop a little more. You don't want your eyes to be flat. So I got a sparkly nude and I put that over the original nude matte color I put the first time. It's kind of hard to see here. I wish I would have zoomed up more so you guys can see the sparkle in her eye. But yeah, I put a little sparkle in there. You may be able to see it as she moves back and forth. Excuse me for the boobage. Again, it's just a lot of that going on. Anyhow, so you want to take that brick color and put it on the ends because you want it to transition from the sparkly nude over to the brick color over into some black. And you'll see me pressing more black on the ends. Be careful about your black. You don't want to be raccoon-eyed. Make sure you keep it on the edges of your eye and make sure you are not overdoing the black. Overdoing the black, I mean, unless that's the look you're going for, is too much a lot of times. And again, this part you can kind of make more symmetrical. Thanks, Caitlin. And what I did was I went ahead and did the black liner. I don't know what type of liner this is. This is something she actually had in her makeup bag. That's why you saw her head down for so long. But it did not look good to me when I first put it on. It was too wet and everything like that. But once it dried up, it looked amazing to me. So I'm definitely going to have to ask her what that is so I can get it for myself. But yeah, you want to go ahead and put your liner on. You do not want this look without liner. Like, that's kind of like setting it off. You can go more chunky. You can go skinnier. I went for medium just because of how her eyes are already set up. I've been doing her makeup for years now. I kind of know her face back and forth. So it doesn't really take me much to know what I kind of want to do with it. That's my face there. I do it all the time. And you can see that I have a bunch of fallout. I am going to wipe that off her face. I'm doing that with the water, I forgot how to pronounce it, but you know, that water that the ladies use to wipe off all the makeup. You want to make sure it's all off. No glitter, no nothing when you go in. Anywho, so because I did have that fallout and I did have a little bit of a mess, I went ahead and put glue on my eyelashes. I let that sit on the eyelashes so it can get tacky. While it was getting tacky, I put the mascara on her eye, and that's when I popped her lashes on. Kiki has wild lashes, so it's a little difficult to place the eyelashes perfectly. So I was very careful about how I went about doing that. But again, I know this about her face. I do it all the time. All you really want to make sure if you do have wild eyelashes, ladies, is to put mascara on before you put your lashes on and put mascara on after you put your lashes on. You want your lashes to merge into the false lashes that you're placing on your face. So boom. We have her eyes almost done. I went ahead and did another step of putting a little more eyeliner on top because you want the eyeliner to merge with the strip lash. So it can all look like one thing. Then I went ahead with this little gold Wet n Wild stick to further do more of a cut crease. So from the tip of her eyes where her tear ducts are until a little past the middle, I put a gold line over that cut crease. It more defines it. It gives it a little more playful look when you go back and forth in the light. We'll be in a club or a lounge, and when the lights hit her face, you're going to see all this playful stuff. It's very fun to look at. So that's why we went with that. And really, guys, after that part, everything is super duper easy, lemon peasy, squeezy easy. It's really not much to do. This is the MAC. It's like a lotion, but it has like all the sparkly color in there, which makes your foundation come to life. It is beautiful, and it moisturizes your skin and it gives you a glow. So that's kind of why I went with that. Also went in with the MAC foundation. I'll have to put what foundation this is in the description box below. But I started off with something light. I didn't want to cake it on her face because I'm all about popping eye, natural face. So I only put a little bit of product and I spread that with a brush. Also didn't want her face to look too fake, so I did not go too light with the highlight. And the highlight, concealer, contour is going to all be subtle. Because like I said, I'm trying to go for a natural face. So you don't see me putting too light of a color under her eye. I'm just doing this to further get rid of those dark spots so they can all merge well together. So as you can see, it's not much of a difference. It's just really, really subtle. You don't need too much concealer up under your eyes, ladies, even if you have dark spots. Kiki has dark spots. I have dark spots, but you do not have to cake on too light of a color. Actually, what you want to do is put the color there and tap it. if you tap that color all the way through, it's going to sit on your skin right there instead of you kind of brushing a lot of the product away with a sponge or something like that. I definitely recommend taking a brush and just tapping it lightly across. So then I went ahead and set that because you don't want that to move the rest of the night. We're going to be out all night. So I went ahead and set that, and then I took my contour color and I went ahead and put that in between where I did not have my setting powder. So with that contour color still kind of residue on the brush, I went ahead and brushed away the setting powder I had on there. Reason being is because I don't want it to be too sharp. I want all the colors on her face to merge together in just a seamless way. I don't like it to be like, oh, she put a whole bunch of contour right there. I want it to look like, okay, she got cheekbones for days. And you further do that with the highlight as you see here. A slight highlight over that contour shade gives you a natural looking cheekbone. It's not something where you have this big old piece of dark color on your cheek. You do not need to do that. If that's the look you're going for, cool, go with that. But that's not what we were doing here today. Like I said, we were trying to do something a little more natural for the face and a little more poppy for the eyes. So we're going to go ahead and go in doing her lips here. Brown liner, nude lip. Easy peasy. I don't really do much more than that. And then I'll pop a gloss on there. And really, when you have harsh lines for your lip liner and then you go ahead with the gloss, it merges all those colors together very well. So that way you don't have this whole 90s look where they used to do that really dark lip liner. That's not what we're doing here today. So I went in with the gloss. The gloss actually has a pink tint to it, so it also gave a little more poppy to the lip. She is in pain right now, guys, because I've been taking so long. But she's looking good, so that's what matters right now. So I went ahead and defined the nose. Again, I don't want to go too sharp on the nose because we are African American women and our noses are beautiful the way they come. So I never try to do too much on the nose. But yeah, child, she is almost done. The finishing touches I always do is the eyes. Because I do get a lot of fallout, I take anything really and put it up under the eye so I can go ahead and darken her waterline. Just to give it more of a cat-eye look. It's more sultry when you do it that way. Instead of like a color, I always do a dark waterline under the eye. So there she is, my beautiful best friend, 25. What's it? We in Atlanta. We had a great time, you guys. And I just wanted to go ahead and get this video done because it's her birthday actually today, the 25th. So, and she turned 25, 25th. It has to be a great birthday. She looks so pretty, you guys. Look at that natural cheekbone. That is beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If not, let me know what I can do to improve. I'm always looking to perfect my craft, and you can book me here in Atlanta whenever you want to. So just hit me up. You got my social media handles. You've seen in this whole 19 minutes. Bye, guys.